Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the part 2 of your astrological forecast for the upcoming week. And obviously, this one is about the Sagittarius Full Moon cards pool, because the first one, the part 1, was about the astrology of the Sagittarius Full Moon we will be experiencing next week on June 11th. And yeah, if you would like to hear about the astrology, look at the charts and all the rest of it, then check out my part 1. I'm going to pull some cards over here. But as I also mentioned at the end of my part 1, I am at my parents'. Most of my cards are in Bulgaria, so I have other decks available over here. So we'll be pulling through from different decks than what I'm usually using for the card pool for the lunations. So let's see what messages we're gonna get this time. So without further ado, I am going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle, but I don't have the Queen of the Sun available to hand. But this is full moon, so hopefully, the moon is gonna forgive me, and either way we're going to get a message that is going to cover the energy that we need to be aware of for this full moon in Sagittarius. So let's see what the Queen of the Moon wants to tell us. Okay, what is the energy for the Sagittarius full moon that we will be experiencing next week on June 11th? Growth, perfect. Yeah, here we go, growth. And this is the card 5. And if you have watched my part 1, you would know why I'm smiling, because the 5, the agent of change, right? The Mercury and the Uranus, the things that are changing in our environment. There were also lots of 5s in the numbers in the chart, because the time is up. Right, the time is up. She's holding the clock, because Saturn, Neptune already in a sign of Aries, Jupiter from Monday already in a sign of Cancer, Mercury from this Sunday already in a sign of Cancer, Jupiter on 0 degrees, the anaretic degree of Cancer during this full moon in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, and Sun is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is also in a sign of Cancer on 4 degrees, which is all about this new identity, new structure, also for the number associated with Saturn. So yeah, it's time to grow up, like I was saying in the video, the discipline, the word discipline, focus. This looks like Neptune. Why? Because the meaning has changed. The meaning, the things that held meaning before lost meaning. It changed because the source desires change. It's time. It's time to grow. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow. It's time to expand. Jupiter in Cancer is going to helps us to become a completely different version of ourselves. Yeah. So number 5, change. Yeah, let's see what's at the bottom. This is perfect card for the Sagittarius full moon. Yeah, the darkness. It's interesting because obviously this is a full moon, not a new moon. But yeah, there were a lot of things seeded during the new moon in Sagittarius, which of course we will experience reset of in December with the next new moon in Sagittarius, which will be at the end of Sagittarius season, right before the solstice. Also this one is right before the solstice, because the next lunation, the Cancer new moon, will be right after the solstice. So yeah, so we don't know exactly where we're going, and it's also with the in conjunction that we have in the chart between Mercury and Pluto. You don't know exactly where you're going. It's all about how you feel. Does this feel good or not? This is your best compass that you have. Does this feel in alignment? Also the word intuition. How does it feel for me? What is my gut telling me? My intuition. So yeah, there is a path. You don't know where it's going, but you can feel into what do you want it to feel, right? You can feel and go like, oh, okay, I want to feel this, I want to go on this path, and this is how I want to feel wherever it's gonna take me, right? So yeah, growth. We don't know what we're growing into. We don't know exactly where we're going, but the point is tune in, tap in, and for as long as it feels right, for as long as it feels good, not in a way of like, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable, I'm not doing anything. Because there are the squares from the sun and the moon, there are the squares to the lunar nodes. So, that is probably no longer available, or not for much longer anyway, because Uranus is almost done with Taurus. Uranus is moving next month. So, okay, speaking of the direction, let's pull a card from Enchanted Map from Collette Baron-Reid and see what we get from here. Okay, what is the map wanting to tell us? But like I said, the best compass is within you. But let's just ask the spirit what there is to share. Sad Empress, this is very interesting because this card came from for a client yesterday, and it's number 45, which is the number 9. So yeah, where do you feel that you've been alone all your life? Where do you feel that you had to sacrifice you know, like that you are just a ghost of the past. Look, there is barely any color in this picture. I mean, there is a color, but it's all very monotonous. So you feel like, where do you feel like your inner child, the magic aspect of yourself? Where do you feel that it's like, look, depleted? It's like all like sad, and you know, there's nothing left of me. You know, the 9. We all at the end of the line. You know, this is your 9 of Wands, kind of. You know, like we are beaten. Like, okay, you know, I don't think I can go any longer. But you know, don't worry, you're almost there. You're almost there. This is the year 9. This is going to end. This has to end. That's why Jupiter on 0 degrees. You know, it's saying it's time to grow, it's time to expand, it's time to play bigger, you know, to become the greater version of yourself, who you really came here to become, you know. So it's no longer going to be this, you know, the sadness that I am feeling restricted and this life is just suffering and I don't have a control. You know, this has the potential to end this year, the year 9. Yeah. So yeah, the wings. It's time to spread the wings and fly again. More color. Oh my god, the same cards are coming. It's so crazy. Yeah, home. Find your way back home. The 27 in other 9. 2 9s. 2 9s. It's time to find your way home. What do you want to be behind this closed door? It's up to you. You are the one who can open this door. And yeah, there is an owl. Another clock. Another clock. Another clock. Another clock. She's holding a clock. There is another clock over here. Yeah, and the owl, you know, that's the south node, the trine between Uranus and south node. What did you learn? You know, it's time to act. It's time to open the door. It's time to come back to yourself. This is not who you are. You know, you didn't come here to sacrifice yourself. 2 9s. These things are ending. They are ending. Look at this lushness. All the potential. What do you want to be behind that closed door? Anything you want. There could be anything you want. Are you going to be scared, you know, that, oh my god, I don't know what that's going to be. Look at the orb of light. The orb of light that is guiding you. You know, that is guiding you. And all these fairies, you know, you can find your way back home. The way back home through your heart. You know, Mars is still in a sign of Leo. Listen to your heart. Okay, that's beautiful. And now we're going to pull a card from the Time Traveler's Oracle from Linn. Denise Linn, sorry. Denise Linn. The Time Traveler's Oracle. Let's see where the time... What are the timelines? What are the timelines at play at this time? I mean, there are multiple timelines, but let's just see what this deck wants to share with us with regards to the timelines. You know, perhaps what is this reminding us? Where do we have the potential to go? Okay, the truth. The Cherokee talking stick tradition, 42. 42 is the number 6, the balance. Yeah, the truth. The truth will have to come out. You know, the truth is coming out. Also, there's the Jupiter, you know, and the 9th house. You know, the truth. So we're going to read about this one. You know, what is the truth? The truth is coming out. What is your truth? That's the most important thing, you know, with the Jupiter on 0 degrees. What is your truth? What is the truth that you want to embody? And reflection. Interesting, because I was talking about the reflection. Mount Shasta moon, California, full moon. Here we go. Reflection. You know, very spiritual place. Mount Shasta, the connections to the cosmos, to the origin, you know, the truth. The truth is that you are not just, you know, you are not just whatever the story told you were. You are much more than that. You are everything. So yeah, let's see about these 2 cards. I'm curious. I haven't really worked with this deck at all this year and very little last year. So yeah, we have the 42 and 35, the 6 and the 8. So 42, we start with the truth. Let's start. Yeah, it's a good place to start, isn't it? Starting with the truth. Okay, let's see. The truth. Messages from the Cherokee talking stick tradition. Okay, so this is about the time traveler. She arrives at a small Cherokee Native American village about 2,000 years BCE in what will eventually become North Carolina in the United States. Early morning, there is great power. Talking stick. Person holding the stick is free to speak their truth as others listen. As we sit with these tribal elders, we are reminded of the power of listening when it comes to knowing the truth. Okay, let's go. The time traveler's message. Sometimes the most difficult obstacle to living your truth is knowing what the truth is. There is a place within you that always understands what is for you. If you pull this card, this is the... Oh my God, I'm getting all over the body chills. This is the time to be starkly honest with yourself. Walk your talk, speak your truth. What is the truth about your life, your health, your career and life path? Listen to what is sincere and honest in others. To stride deeply into what is authentic, be still. Imagine that you are holding a talking stick and speaking directly to the Creator. This card can also indicate examining the truth about your relationships. It could be that someone is being less than honest. If someone depletes your energy, yeah, are you just a shadow of yourself because you feel you had to sacrifice your authentic expression? Because otherwise you wouldn't be loved, otherwise you wouldn't feel fit in, and now you belong where maybe you're not meant to belong. So let's talk. Let's see. If someone depletes your energy, this is the time to release that person from your life. Let go of situations that diminish you, even if you are afraid of being judged or rejected. It is far better to live in an honest, genuine life than to try to please others to the detriment of your truth. Your energy will soar as a result. And yeah, we just had the final sextile between Venus and Jupiter, which is the preparation for the next conjunction, which will be in Cancer. And this is all about releasing our sense of value that is depending on others. That's why Venus is in Taurus on 5 degrees. Venus is in Taurus because she's helping us, through maybe difficult situations, challenging situations in our life, to own your worth. Because you decide. The external world will only treat you the way you allow it. So you decide. So what is your truth? What is your truth? Feel into it. You already know. That we all know, inside, we know what is the right thing, right? Okay, let's see about the reflection, because we need to reflect in order to know what is the truth. Okay, let's see reflection. So this is the 35. Those are my numbers, 3 and 5. 35. Okay, this is, I don't think I even ever used this book. I think maybe once, because it's very difficult to open the pages. Okay, here we go. Reflection. Messages from Mount Shasta's Moon, California. We are standing on the edge of a crystal clear waters of Heart Lake in Mount Shasta, California. This time we haven't traveled very far back, only about 100 years. Local legends say Mount Shasta is a place of healing and is home to spiritual beings that have transcended the physical plane. It's a place where you can discover your purpose in life. Some believe that there are powerful energy vortexes here where one can be recharged and renewed. Whatever the truth, one thing we know is that seeing the moon's reflection in this hallowed place has created space for us to reflect on ourselves and what is truly important in life. This is the Mars in Leo in this, I think it was 26 degrees, right? It was the, I know for sure it was the Aries Decan. It might have been the Taurus Decan, Aries Decan. It might have been the 26 degrees, but, I know that there were multiple planets. Anyway, doesn't matter. But it is on an Aries Decan, which is this new purpose, new sense of purpose. Why? Because Mars is the ruler of Saturn and Neptune. Neptune, the soul's desire has changed. Saturn, because you need to become the conscious creator of your life now. So what holds a meaning for you? So we need to reflect. You really need to go deep, with the Lilith being in the sign of Scorpio, ruled by Saturn. Saturn. I'm sorry, my brain is working faster than my mouth. So Lilith being in Scorpio, ruled by Pluto in the sign of Aquarius, and Mars traditionally in the sign of Leo. So it's the opportunity to look deep in Scorpio. Moon this weekend is in a sign of Scorpio. It's going to bring up a lot of stuff for us that will be then illuminated by this full moon in Sagittarius. And Lilith is in opposition with Venus in the sign of Taurus. So dig deep, feel deep into your body, feel deep into your senses, you know, what is your body telling you, you know, the language of your body, the language of your soul. So let's see, the time travel's message, the glowing image of moonlight in a sacred mountain lake is a reminder for you to take time to reflect about your life. Don't rush through life, savor it, sit back, put your feet up and let go. The resolution note, north note, sun square in the notes. Place your responsibilities and burdens by the side of road that relinquish control of your life. Spiritual beings are at your side. When you relax and reflect about your journey, powerful insights and intuition arise. Answers to long-held life questions emerge. The truth will be made known. In the calmness that unfolds, you realize that all the answers you seek are within you. In this time of meditative silence, all will be revealed. And this is the Jupiter in Cancer. You have to go within. You have to reconnect. You have to connect with your emotion and your feelings. And yeah, the reflections, you know, the external is just a reflection. So yeah, this full moon, and I mean truth, you know, it's associated with Sagittarius, Jupiter, but it's not the same truth for everyone unless it's a universal law. So what is your truth? So that will be answered in your reflection, you know. A lot of things will be illuminated by this full moon in Sagittarius. And it's the opportunity to decide, where do you want to go from here? Just like I was saying during the part 1, where do you want to go from here? You can keep going in the same trajectory, you know, but don't expect different results. Or you can open the door. You can open the door, you know, and I'm getting emotional. Only you can open the door, you know, allow the light to guide you. Because it's time to grow. And even though, yeah, it might be, you know, scary because you don't know where you're going, but guess what was underneath that? Realization, the key, you know, the key to your future. And that is the Chiron trining this moon. The key to the future. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to really drag it unnecessarily. Okay, we still have Major Arcana. Okay, let's yeah, I'm just like already ending, and then my eye falls on the Major Arcana. Like, not so fast, we still have one card. All right, let's do Major Arcana. What is the message from the Major Arcana with regards to the full moon in Sagittarius, June 11th? I don't know, like I'm trying to say all these different things. Like it's like definitely jumping timelines over here. Okay, let's see. The world. It's time to grow up. The graduation, right? I mean, it's even similar. There is a card. We don't want to grow up. We don't want to take the responsibility, but we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. You know, this is 21, right? Free, the expansion. We don't have a choice. Because Jupiter is in Cancer, opposition Capricorn. Saturn is in Aries. Saturn is going to go back into Pisces for the eclipses, and then back into the sign of Aries during the eclipses, you know, in spring. So it is time to graduate from this. We don't have to play this role anymore. It's time to graduate. It's time to go beyond. So yeah. And this card is also winking at me. Boundaries. Yeah. Number 12. Boundaries. Where do we need to put boundaries? Learn to put boundaries, you know. Say no to things, places, people that depletes you. And yeah, this is a Saturn card. Responsibility. Temperance. Healing. Yeah, this is a time of healing. This is a Sagittarius card. Yeah, you know, and it's like the one foot, you know, on earth, one foot in the water, just like the star card. And also it's like the in-between, you know, she's pouring the water, you know, just like the water bearer, right, the Aquarius. But this is a card of Sagittarius, the fire, you know, the Archangel. So we have the opportunity to decide, where do you want to go from here, you know, which cup do you want to drink from, you know, like in a sense it's like balancing act. And this is a number 5. Number 14, number 5. The change. Yeah, it's time to heal. We don't have to keep dragging the past behind. We need to integrate it. Heal it, integrate it. Because it's time to close that cycle. It's time to end that suffering and open the door. Open the door. Yeah. Yeah, the truth is coming out. You cannot live against yourself forever. So it's time to reflect. What is your truth? What is the direction for the rest of your life? Because life is short. It's short. It goes so quick. So why waste it, right? So anyway, guys, now I'm really going to close with that. It was 2002. 2-2 is the choice. How do you want to spend it? And yeah, with that, I want to thank my higher self, spirit guides, ancestors, angelic team, starseed family, my astrological team, Akashic record keepers, and all the beings of light that were present, all the elementals, and the water that creates the 70% of who you are and 70% of this planet. That's where the messages lie. And thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I wish you all a wonderful week ahead, wonderful full moon in Sagittarius. Time to reflect over this weekend for sure with the moon in Scorpio, and I'll speak to you from England. Much love, everyone, and bye for now.